Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to some interesting news. Big thank you to It's Bryn again for tagging me in this, quote tagging me in this. I'm always looking for you guys to quote tag me in things that you see, news, reaction, memes. I'm after it all, right? Because there's so many different ways that we can use this stuff. And one of the ways is to put it in this video and bring it to your attention because I thought this was interesting and I'm sure you will as well. Brock Lesnar was planned to work with Dominik Mysterio at Elimination Chamber. Now, obviously, we're not going to get that match now because of the allegations that came out. Brock was removed from the Royal Rumble. He was meant to be there, but he got taken out due to all of the allegations and his potential involvement in that whole situation. And so we're not going to get this match now. But it is really interesting to think that we was going to get this match and we was going to get this build and we was going to get segments between Brock and Dominik. And obviously we won't get those now. So I thought this on its own was interesting enough. But it does actually lead to something else. And that is the news that Bron Breakker actually fulfilled Brock's role at the Royal Rumble. So basically, Bron Breakker did everything that Brock was going to do. He came in at the time Brock was going to come in. He eliminated the people that Brock was going to eliminate. He basically was Brock Lesnar for the Royal Rumble. A big thank you to Hayden Garrett for quote tweeting me, quote tagging me in this. Again, really appreciated. And again, it leads to something else. This just dropped after the Unseen video last night, so I didn't get a chance to include it. Bit gutted, actually, because this definitely would have been in there. And it's this news. Bron, in a backstage interview, which WWE put out quite a few hours after the Rumble, said, "Tonight I proved I belong on the main roster. This is my home now, and I'm ready for the work." So that's a big announcement from Bron Breakker. That very much suggests that the Royal Rumble was not him appearing as an NXT superstar, but really his first appearance as a main roster superstar. So I wonder if there's a chance that we do Bron versus Dominik at Elimination Chamber. If Bron filled in for Brock, then why not just give him the Brock WrestleMania plans? Like, obviously it depends what they are, but I think a match between Bron and Dominik and segments between Bron and Dominik, I think they could work. Obviously it depends how we want to present him. Are we going to present him as a face? Are we going to present him as a heel? He's been both down in NXT. But again, you know, you want to call people up when the creative is ready. And if they've got Brock Lesnar creative, why not just give it to this guy? That might also lead us to Bron versus Gunther at WrestleMania. My sneaking suspicion was that Brock versus Gunther was the match that we were going to get at WrestleMania. Just because Brock needs a big match, Gunther needs a big match. Of course, you can always have him defending the Intercontinental Championship. Obviously, we don't know if he's going to have the belt by then. He may have dropped it. He may have dropped it at Elimination Chamber, for example. But we don't think that Gunther's going to be involved in the world title picture. Doesn't feel like it's going that way. I mean, you could have him drop the title, I suppose, and then win like a chamber and then go on to face Seth. But I'm still fairly confident that we get Seth versus CM Punk. CM Punk, obviously, very close to winning the Rumble. I think he might win a chamber and then go on to face Seth. That begs the question, what do you do with Gunther? And yeah, there's lots of people he could face to defend the Intercontinental title. But if the plan was to give him something big, give him something juicy, and they were going to give him Brock Lesnar, maybe Bron Breakker just steps in. Maybe Bron Breakker is the one that beats him. Maybe Bron Breakker is the next Intercontinental Champion. We may be getting carried away, but it's interesting to think about. It's interesting to think about. So wanted to kind of bring this to your attention. The plans for Brock, the fact that Bron replaced him, the fact that Bron is now apparently on the main roster, and just potentially where that could lead.